Chelsea team news, injuries, suspension list versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Chelsea are back in action on Sunday afternoon when they host Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League. Here's a roundup of the latest injury and suspension news. Chelsea welcome the West Midlands side to the capital. 1. LEVI COLWILL. Status: major doubt. Type of injury: tendon. Possible return date: February 4th versus Wolves. LEVI COLWILL missed the last 2 games with what was described as a minor tendon injury. At the moment, it seems unlikely that the defender will be considered for a recall this weekend. 2. Wesley Fofana. Status: exited. Type of injury: knee. Possible return date: unknown. Wesley Fofana has not featured for Chelsea this season due to a serious knee injury, and the defender is unlikely to return before next season. 3. Leslie Ugochukwu. Status: exited. Type of injury: hamstring. Possible return date: unknown. Leslie Ugochukwu suffered a hamstring injury in the loss to Wolves on Christmas Eve, and the midfielder was ruled out for at least 6 weeks earlier this month. 4. Robert Sanchez. Status: exited. Type of injury: knee. Possible return date: February 12th versus Crystal Palace. Robert Sanchez is still recovering from the knee injury he suffered against Everton in December, and the goalkeeper is determined to return to action this month. 5. Marc Cucurella. Status: exited. Type of injury: ankle. Possible return date: unknown. Marc Cucurella was another casualty of that defeat to Everton, suffering an ankle injury that required surgery, and the left-back is not expected to return until March at the earliest. 6. RECCEJAMES. Status: exited. Type of injury: hamstring. Possible return date: unknown. RECCEJAMES underwent hamstring surgery before Christmas, and the Chelsea captain is in a race against time to be fit before the end of the season. 7. Romeo Lavia. Status: exited. Type of injury: thigh. Possible return date: unknown. Romeo Lavia's long-awaited return to the Chelsea squad after a long absence due to a leg injury was halted by a thigh problem, and it remains to be seen when the midfielder will return to the first team. 8. Trevoh Chalobah. Status: major doubt. Type of injury: thigh. Possible return date: February 12th versus Crystal Palace. Trevoh Chalobah, who has not played for Chelsea this season due to a serious thigh injury, was recently spotted training, and the defender is close to returning to the first-team squad.